I'm Stephanie, the creative girl from behind the designs. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't already done so, I would truly appreciate it if you would take a moment and subscribe to my channel for future video notifications. So today we are going to set up my work planner, which is my work planner slash social media. And if you recall, these discs were on this planner cover, which has now become my personal planner cover, or catch-all and creative journal. So that's out of the picture, but I was going to use these discs on the work planner. I mentioned it in my first video, the intro video, but as I was getting everything ready, I put the cover next to it, which is this. So this is the gold cover I wanted to use because of this planner. And I was going to put the black discs on here. But when I put it next to it, I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. So what I decided to do was I took the gold shimmer discs off of the Celestial planner. And that's what I put on the cover. So I did that ahead of time just to make sure I would like it, but also to avoid, you know, taking apart the planner while I'm on camera, taking up time. So what I'm going to do is first, we're going to take all the elements of here, most all the elements plus 3 months of this, put it in the cover, and then I'm going to take the monthly dashboard layout of the Celestial planner and combine that into the week portion of this planner. So let's just get started. So let's move this out of the way. Then I'm going to move these out of the way. We're going to bring this one over. So I am going to take apart first my 2022 planner. So I'm just going to take the elements off the disc, put it on here, and then I'll flip through at the very end. So we have, let's see if I can get this all in here. So I have, again, some customizations I made. I'll go over those as well. So actually, now that I look at it, I haven't cleared out, I had to clear out some paperwork because it's information that I just don't want on video just yet. And then, but I do have some things in here I'm going to take out. So I'm going to go through and just kind of pull out the things I know. So here's one. I'm going to do this first. This was one customization. I made a vellum dashboard with my word of the year on it for 2022. And I have a replacement for that. And that is in my little stack of goodness that's going to go into this planner. And here is my new one. Same idea. Is my word of the year, the meaning. That's going to go in place of that. Now for my old goals and word of the year papers or anything I may do for that, I have this Dream Bigger planner that I keep all my goals, past goals, and word of the year, vision boards, things of that nature. And then I keep track of my one little word of the year each year. So this will become archived into here along with the other goal paperwork. So then we have, next is goals. This is my 2022 goals, which I will go through once I finish my 2022 planner. This too will archive over into the goals planner. I have, this was just a little worksheet I was working on. I'm going to put it in here. It was for my word of the year this year, 2023. So here's my priority and tasks. This is essentially my inbox. And then for the 2022 year, I had used it also for my holiday inserts. And then I still have to complete this. I created this little Christmas card tracker that I will make available in my on the blog, behindthedesigns.blog, and I just have to take my stack of Christmas cards and just go through and mark which ones were received and not received. I just like to keep track of what's coming in each year, and if I'm missing someone, I definitely want to know that. So let me go ahead and take that out. That too will, a new version will come into this planner for this current year. Then we have, so this was another change I made. I was calling it a social media planner, but it's really my content planner, which is going to be the schedule or planner. So let me take this out. This is getting changed for this, which will be content planner. And then last year I had made this little grid that I thought I would use, and I started to use it, but then I kind of got sidetracked, and I may go back to it, so I want to keep it in here for now. This is a tab I don't believe I'll be using. This is my tracker section, which is, I created a YouTube checklist. I have the checklist, it came out of one of the, oh, I have this extra habit tracker too. I want to say those checklists, they come in either the teacher planners, student planners, sometimes they come in paper packs. So I think I had saved that from one of them, and I was intending to use it. And it was one of those things, excuse me, that I hadn't actually gotten through using 2022 because it pertained to my YouTube videos. So now I'll be able to use that. So I have a folder. I will not be using this one this year. I had some stickers. I'll keep them in there for now. And then I have, so this is some of the content that I didn't want to put in the video just yet. So this is my store planner section where in essence it's a list. I did put some list paper in here just to show you, and it's where I will list out things that I want to put into my store, ideas and things of that nature. And then I have a content ideas planner. And in this section, I also have a list, a couple of them, where I can just jot down ideas for content for the blog and different social media channels. And then I also had, which needs to be updated, I've changed this. It was a menu printout of the menu on the blog. So this is one of the forms I just created. Again, it was just to track ideas, just someplace to jot it all down. I do have ideas in here. This is some Happy Planner paper, so I'm just going to keep that paper clipped. And I have project papers, which are basically the Happy Planner projects. I also have a list that I took out, which are projects, ideas that I have. So I am going to take these out, transfer them over. These are just projects that the project is done. I just need to get it out on the internet, or out on the blog. And then I have a section for finance, which will be where I'll be able to track my income expenses. Again, this is all pertaining to Behind the Designs. So for now, I put in just Happy Planner Budget Expense Tracker, which is something I will be completing for 2023. I wasn't so great in keeping track of it in 2022, but I intend to do better in 2023. Then at the back of my planner, I had 4 tabs, and each of them pretty much hold paper. This one here, I never ended up using, but this is in essence what is in each lined piece of paper. I can jot down ideas, thoughts, things of that nature. I don't intend to use this tab this year, so I'm going to take this off. but I'm going to hold on to it for the moment. And I think these tabs came out of the Teresa Collins, either notes or planner. I'm not sure which. So let me just go ahead and pull these out. And some of my, let's take those off. And then that's the end. Okay, so with my discs, I do have a collection of discs, no surprise. And what I'll do is my plastic discs I keep in a container, but my metal discs I keep in this little organizer from Michael's. So I'll just, you know, pop these in here for safekeeping so that I can easily access, because I do tend to use the metal more than the plastic now, but for some reason on both my planners this year I've got plastic. It's just what I prefer. I like the way these looked. So let's see if I can get these in here quickly enough. Plus, this having it this way helps me to easily see what is where. And then they're safely packed away. I don't have to worry about them falling all over. Okay, so we have pulled out all the elements of my 2022 planner. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these into this cover. And I was debating whether or not I wanted to put on the cover anything like a quote or something. I haven't decided yet, but I'm still thinking about it. And some of these, and I may still go through, it's actually thicker. It'll be thicker than what it shows at the end, only because I had stuff in there I couldn't put in here, but at some point I'll be able to flip through that because that information will have already been processed and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So let's see. So the tabs I use are, they kind of have a frost to them, and I don't mind that they're not clear completely, because I feel the clear ones, which are usually of acetate material, they tend to get scratched up and I don't like the look of that. But these I got, I want to say I got them from, I don't remember her name. I believe it's Pleasantly Planned. And I have 8 of them, and I believe I have all 8 in here. So on the back of my menu from my blog, I just had a few notes jotted down. Some of them may no longer be relevant. I'll go through that once I get this all set up. This has been one of my last planners I was in dire need of getting set up because I'm kind of behind the gun on getting everything done and caught up. So I'll have a little bit of catching up to do, but I'll go through it. I'll get through it pretty quickly. It may not be as filled in as I would have liked on the calendar part, but it'll be fun. So for this year, let me pop this back in here. If you remember this year, I did something a little different with I won't actually at the moment have a dedicated goals vision board or goals sheet. It's actually part of my January dashboard, which is my word of the year. Okay, so this goes in the front. It is showing its wear and tear. All right, so now we're going to pull the elements from this one. So I did the same thing with, and then this too will end up holding my remaining months until I need them. I intend to pull 3 months out of here. I went ahead and I did the hello page off camera because, again, I wasn't finding a marker, so I wanted to do vinyl. I was intending on gold, but I was having a heck of a time getting it weeded out from the Cricut paper. So I gave up on that and I went with this like a fuchsia color, a muted fuchsia color. And I think it adds a nice color to a black, white, and gold planner. But this is going to stay, actually this can't stay in here. So let me open this up. We're going to take the calendars because if you remember, I'll be doing my YouTube videos here. And then I also took some time off camera to use the sticker book to put in these cute little stickers in the corner, just for some decorative element. So let me get these. We're going to take this as well. Let me set that aside. We're going to take the months. And I did almost finish my dashboard. So I did the word that we talked about. I filled some things in. And I still have some things here to do. And then in the individual blocks, I have the information. I just haven't written it in yet. So we're going to take all of this. We're going to take... I'm going to leave the weeks in here because if you remember, I'm switching the weeks out. So I'm going to take the January month, did I mess something up here? 1, 2, 8, 9, 15. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So this is the January weeks. I'm going to take the February dashboard, February month. I'll see if I can get some of the paper put in here. January month, we're going to take March dashboard, March month. And then I'll leave the April dashboard for now. So let's move this out of the way. And again, this will hold the remainder of the month. So when I need the next 3 months, I can just pull this back out. So we're going to put in, let me get to my content, and I will be labeling the tabs at the top. So this is content. So we're going to put everything in here. Let me make sure I'm on camera for you. All right, so we're gonna do, so I do have sort of a title page, and I'll see through that a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, I mainly did this just so I had consistency through my tabs. So we're gonna put that in there. We're gonna take January, February, and then March will be the last. I may put in more months, but like I said, there were some papers from the back here that I haven't put in. It was pretty chunky last year, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, meaning put more than 3 months in at a time. So let me pop this in here. And then we're going to go to January because, so this, here's the month, and then that's the February dashboard. So what I'm going to do is fill, instead of using these vertical weekly, which I don't have a problem using vertical, I've used them and modified them in different ways to work for me. But I think this year I want to focus less on the detail of each day and work off of a month dashboard layout, I think is how you would refer to it. So let's pull that in. And that's going to come from this planner, which I already took off the discs. That's what was on this disc. We're going to take the, not that. It's a shame because the font in here, I really like the font. I may have to see if I can find another one. We're going to take all of this and all of this. So So we're going to pop this in. And then what I will end up doing is I'll probably have to white that out because that'll show through. I'm going to take these two, glue them together so that when you go from my month, I'll go right into the dashboard for that month. And I'll have a video I'll be using to set up each of these areas, and then show you how I'll be using these bullet pages. So then if you get to the end, and again, if you recall, I use these two papers, one to kind of, take a look at and assess how did the year go, what worked, what didn't, things I may want to do for February or the next month. So I will then take, again, white this out because it'll probably show through, the last week of January. I'll glue these together, and that will now become my February dashboard, and I'll move right into February. So let me go ahead and pull February because I have a few other things I want to bring in to show what I'm putting in here. So let's see, we have February. So we're going to pop these here. So this will be, again, glued together. And then I'll go right from the month into the dashboard for that month. February. And then these two pages will be glued, and this will become the next page. Now, because I put, let me just note quickly, because I put my dashboard, my January dashboard I made into my word of the year and then some goals, which I usually have a whole separate page for, I may, and that's why I don't want to glue them just yet, I may end up just using the dashboard that came out of the Celestial Planner. So I won't be gluing the last page. I don't know. Because I do kind of like this where now I'm taking March goals and going forward. I can absolutely use this. I just kind of like this as well. So I'm not gonna tape anything down just yet. So let's do March. So March is going to have all the way through April, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the April dashboard off the old one for now, out of the black and gold planner. So for the planner, that's all I'm going to put in. Let's take a peek at how thick we are. It's getting there, and that's my concern. So it's not horribly bad, but that doesn't include all the things that I have not put in yet, so that may present a challenge. But I don't like to go to expander discs because I will occasionally take this with me if I'm going out and I know I'm going to have some time to do some work planning. So I have with me as well, I've got a folder, which I always like to have a folder. Pick up my paper here that I dropped. I've got some extra paper. I have this, which I can't really show you just yet. Again, I'll be announcing that soon. And there are elements of my planner that I am working on. So I'm using the Happy Planner for now. And then if I can get finished what I wanted to accomplish, then I can move into showing that for you. So then I also quickly made a color code for my content. I've always tried to color code in my planner, and it's the same colors year to year. 2022, I went a little astray with using what color for the correct thing. So I kind of made this up. I intend to make one also for my catch-all and creative journal planner. So I will come back on with a little video for doing this. But this is going to go in here. I also have stickers. They're actually transparent, and I like to use them here. So in the annual section, I usually use this, which is a Zig clean color dot. It has a dot marker on one side and then a pen on the other. And I use this to, I mainly use pink, but I use it to dot the days that I was posting up a blog. And that's just because it's easier for me to see at a glance where I see holes. So I was using this, and I may still use it. If you're interested in getting these, I would strongly encourage it. I love these dot makers. I have the whole collection. I've got them all. And they're perfect for making little dots. You can make it a bullet point anywhere in your planner. So this is available on the blog as well. Again, if you go to behindthedesigns.blog and you click on Hello, it's a drop-down menu, and you can look for Shop My Posts, and this will be in there. So if I don't use that, then I would be using some of these. So my thought was I'm going to tuck a few of these into the front cover. I've got some sticky notes. Let me go back here. Sticky notes, and then also just a little note paper. I made a double-sided sticky, this was a sticky note, or a notepad, I think, and I just punched it for the Happy Planner. I just thought it was fun. And then I have these plastic envelopes that go with the black and gold. I haven't decided specifically what I'm going to use it for, and I may end up not using them. But I wanted to make sure that if I use the planner, that I had all the pieces to it, because I like to have a coordinated planner set up. So I'm going to just set these aside for now. I'm not sure yet, though, on those. So let me take some of these dot papers, and I'm going to take these transparent dot papers. I actually got at Target, but I'm sure you can get them elsewhere. So let me just take two of the colors for now and just tuck it in here. The other thing I like to keep in here, as simple as it seems, is just regular old scrap paper, because then I could just pull out a piece of scrap paper quick, make a note. So these I want to put, since I have these added sections, this I'm going to put under the goals. I'm probably going to add some more sticky notes in here, because I do tend to use the, I'm not sure what the size is, 1.5 by 2-inch Post-it note flags for planning. So let's go to content for now. That's why I need to get these labeled. That's the store. Trackers. Wait, I'm in content. Sorry about that. I want to go to, so my initial thought was I was going to tuck this in the front cover. The only downfall about vellum is it does, once it bends, it just creases, so I'm trying to be careful with it. So my first thought was to tuck it in here, which I may still do, because then I always know where it is. But because it relates to content posting and what I do in my calendar, I'm thinking of putting it in the front in here. Because then when I do something, I can put it on here, you know, use my little Zig stamper, the transparent dot notes, and mark it. But then I also have it when I do the week. I just have little notes everywhere, so. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the back. And I don't think, as I said, I was going to use that first tab in the back. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put some extra paper in there, just in case I want to make some jot some notes or what have you. Same thing for this little cute. And then my folder, I typically always put the folder in the back. And actually, this has to come out. I have a few daily pages as well, which I'm going to put in there. So let's pop this in. Let me go back here. And then I have just some extra papers. I will be putting in here some more daily papers, because although the month dashboard is good for making a bunch of different notes, if I have a day where I'm going to be doing quite a bit and I need to organize it, I'll probably use a daily sheet. And then the last thing I have is just the envelopes, which again, I'm not 100% sure. I do want to utilize one of them. And I think if I was going to do any one, I would probably do this one, because it just has the picture or the look of the planner that I'm using. So I will put that in the back of the goals and vision board area. So at this point, all I need to do is tape my pages together that I'm going to merge with and frankenplan, and then I should be good to go. So let me just close this quickly. The only thing about the plastic discs and these covers, it is really hard to get the cover over the disc, but I do like how it looks. So at this point, I'm getting pretty well up there. So I'm hoping that the information that I'm going to be adding in isn't going to be too much more. Like I said, last year I had it pretty full. So let's just do a quick flip of what it's going to look like. I have my transparent dots, some extra paper. I can also put in here a washi tape card of the washi that I may want to use for the week or for accents. I have just a cover page. This is my own. I have a tab, which is going to be my goals and vision board. Word of the year. I've got some sticky notes. A folder for anything that I may want to keep track of. I have another customized dashboard that will become lists. I think I lost my list paper that was in here. This will become sort of my inbox. And then I go right into my content planner, which is the black and gold planner. I have my color codes. And here will be my videos for YouTube. I have my word of the year, the different areas I'm going to focus on, and then within that I'll list what I'm going to be doing. We have the month. Then we will go right into the month dashboard, bullet lists, and then we will close the month, and then that'll be the same for February and March. I'll keep 3 months at the time. If for some reason this becomes super full, I'll end up taking some out and archiving them just because I did have a lot of information in the supplement area of my work blog or work planner. So next we have trackers. This includes not only a checklist for YouTube. I have extra papers in here, but then I also was going to put in some bullet list paper as well. I have a habit tracker, but I much prefer, I wasn't using this as much as when I used a monthly planner, as much as I was using it from the month. So again, in this area, I could take my zig dot when I've done that habit. Those things work perfectly, those zig dotters. And they come in a variety of color. So let's see, we have the trackers. This is for my store planner, products I want to make, things of that nature. It is a list function, So that is information that I'll be adding in off camera. I have my content ideas, which is basically just my menu from my blog, list paper, list paper. This is something I was working on. I need to finish. Need to get focused and finished on that. Build that up. Projects planner, which currently hold my project sheets because these are reminders of the things that will move from the projects portion into it's going to get blogged about portion. Finance planner will include a business budget, which will include for income expenses. I can track expenses on these, and I need to get better about that this year. I'll have a tab, which is going to be just extra papers. It will include a few extra daily papers. I have a business section, which again is just notes, social notes, and then collections, which will be the pages I create for my business that don't need to go in a specific section, and then just a folder that will hold whatever needs to be, note paper, stickers, and whatnot. So that is the setup of my 2023 business planner, and I hope you enjoyed the video, got some good ideas. And if you have a suggestion, or if you even have one of your own and you have questions, or you want to share what you have, feel free to leave a comment below the video. And then thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.